How do you, like, that's why the horror was so problematic. Because it was everything else. It was like one thing and another. Just, augmented, like, the suffering, right? So it went from being zuhad to being like adab.
Zubair, how did you find it, bro?
This guy's really patient, man.
He is
mashallah.
very
He's
patient,
good.
mashallah.
He's good.
Were you here in Karachi and stuff as well?
No, I didn't.
No.
Hijab, you want to share some thoughts of how your trip's been overall, bro?
Especially related to zuhad.
No, yeah, it's I come from Egypt, so I understand how it is, and I've lived in Alexandria, bro, in a kind of rundown place when I was younger, but there were some challenges which were quite unique to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Karachi is similar to Cairo as how it looks and hustle and bustle and stuff. But for example, getting sick, I think there's a high chance if you're coming from the West, you're gonna get sick.
Absolutely.
No, people told me, they're like, it's not if you get sick, it's when. It's not if, it's when.
Yeah, and so that's one. Even if you're very careful, you eat in the right places.
Yeah, I was very meticulous, man.
Yes.
And like day 2,
Yeah.
game over.
I thought I might have had. The thing about Karachi is that actually there's a lot of mosquitoes.
Yes. You were bit quite bad as well.
It was, I've dealt with my fair share of mosquitoes. I've been to Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, North Africa. I've been to different places. Been to Bangladesh. The mosquitoes in Karachi had.
Oh my god.
What, bro?
They told me.
They were special.
They told me that be careful, Karachi is a place with this high crime.
Yeah.
So I was carrying a stick around. And I think I was
Wait,
misled.
carrying a
He's
stick
carrying
around?
a stick around.
Yeah. But the more difficult thing was actually the mosquitoes, bro.
Like you would rather handle someone trying to rob you. That would have been easier to handle than the mosquitoes.
I don't know about that, but it depends on how if it's carrying a gun, because they carry guns here.
Yeah, they do.
For example, so there's lots of things to be. But Islamabad, on the other hand, bro.
Beautiful.
Oh, now that is a place where we don't speak about how Islamabad could be an option for people to actually live in. We talk about Dubai, we talk about UAE, we talk about UAE, we talk about Abu Dhabi, we talk about Dubai, we talk about Doha.
Yes.
Yeah, we talk about Turkey, Istanbul, but we don't talk enough about Islamabad because it is up there with these kind of options, bro. I think so.
It's beautiful.
The city has been developed from bottom up. It's beautiful because it's connected to the mountains. You got kind of like a Cape Town feel. They manage it very well. If the whole of Pakistan was like Islamabad, Pakistan would be like on a completely different level, bro. Islamabad is an actual viable option for someone who wants to live in a country not in the West and still get, you can still speak and do dawah and eat food and do this and that and have good quality of life, I think.
Mashallah. What did you think about your events that you had, the response of the Muslims at university, colleges? How did you find that? Where do you think they stand at the moment?
No, I think that obviously we're dealing with people that can speak English, so it's just like an elite group of people on the high point of the socio-economic ladder.
Yes.
Most of them were very understanding. I did come across all the liberals and the secularists and the feminists.
Oh, you
and
did, yeah?
Where?
We didn't, man.
did,
We
like-
were
They
looking
were
for.
looking for them, man.
stuff. Obviously we went to Lums.
Lums in- who
They
was
weren't
that
there.
Lums? Yeah.
They weren't there. Because I think they were intimidated by Sapiens Institute. No, honestly, I do think so. But because they knew Hamza came before, they know what they were getting themselves into.
Right.
But I went to a place called BNU, which is kind of like Lums, and I don't think they understood what was going on there. So I started doing, the same discussion about Gora complex and all that. And some of them just walked out and stuff.
Really?
But it wasn't like a walk out of protest, it was a walk out of discomfort. Do you know what I mean? So I dealt with a few of them, and I don't think they're a particularly formidable element. And I think they can easily be dealt with here in Pakistan by the traditionalists. And I think they should and would be. And they've got a very bleak future ahead of them, these liberals.
2017 when I came, they seemed far more vocal. Like when we did the events, almost every single event, there was a liberal that would stand up and ask a question. Here it's just been dud pretty much this time around. It's like they've either run away, like you said,
Yes.
which most likely is the case, knowing he's coming as well.
Yeah, no, it's not because of me. I think it's because of the social media presence, and I think that could take videos and make in English language, and we won't be able to respond to it.
Yeah. Hood Boy was apparently they sent a debate out to debate someone.
He's not gonna do that.
They rejected it.
He's not gonna do it, man.
How about yourself, Sheikh? How was your
It was
your
good.
overall experience
Alhamdulillah.
mashallah, with the youth?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
I'll tell you. So my experience that was kind of the highlight
Yeah.
is going back to my high school.
Oh yeah, where you studied?
That was intense, man.
Mashallah.
Really?
Yeah, because I walked in, because you remember certain places, and because those are my days of ayam jahiliyyah. So I was like, I was with that girl over there, I did that over there.
Oh, you saw them again, those people?
No, not the same people. Just the places.
I think you're
not the
pointing him out as you
Oh,
were.
you're a teacher now. Oh my god. Good, I think I didn't stick with you. No, it's just like you see all these things. You're like, wow, I was, you have all these experiences come rushing back, and then you see all the students that are there, and you're like, wow, I used to be one of these rugrats, but I think they kind of they took well to what I was saying, right? And I went straight in and just kind of talked about, things that I think teachers are very, very uncomfortable speaking about. Like I started off with the LGBTQ issue, and just even my vernacular, my choice of words was very direct. I'm like, I would say things like, why would you want to make your make your identity based upon someone who you want to have sex with, right? So it's very like raw, and I tell the teachers like cringing. In fact, they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
But they needed it, and so then I told my story, how I came to Islam and all these things, what Frabels fit in, all that stuff. So I think it was good, man. For me, that was
Highlight, yeah.
it was a highlight, yeah.
Mashallah.
I gotta walk
They
around
had
school.
additional doing that.
Yeah, of course.
What was your highlight, bro, of the whole trip? Something you can't share on camera, bro. No.
I wish I could.
Oh man.
I'm thinking.
Each time I switch the camera on up until now, it's just been one or the other
So,
topic.
I know we've been talking about like Lahore being kind of like and Karachi needing or being a bit of a difficult place to live for someone that lives in the West in terms of developmentally. But when I went to Lahore and I saw the Bachai Masjid,
Mashallah.
Bachai Masjid,
Yeah. that was actually a highlight, I would say, because it was really that is top level architecture.
It is, but actually
Wasn't preserved well.
Wasn't
just
preserved,
the
no.
lack of this, the fact that it was dilapidated, it wasn't preserved. It was just, I felt sad because this could
It's
go
on-
toe to toe with
it's-
Alhambra,
You can,
Hagia Sophia, if
it can.
it
Yeah.
could easily, and I saw the architecture. I saw like at least the remnants of the architecture. It just, I don't know, man. It just is. So
They need
yeah,
to-
I like so
They need
maybe
to preserve and market it.
imagine how much of an economic powerhouse it could be. Just that Bachai Masjid.
Yeah.
People come from, they talk about like the Taj Mahal being the
There's
seventh
so much
wonder.
economic opportunity around it. If this was in Turkey or something, they'd produce so many like hotels around there. and
Yeah,
stuff
of
like
course,
that.
man.
Forward to going back home, bro. Inshallah, man.
Yeah, I'm going to Ireland after this actually.
Straight away?
I've moved from Norway to Pakistan and then effectively go straight to Ireland. So
May Allah bless you. You're not gonna have a few days at home?
no, we'll just go straight to Ireland, brother. So it's
Inshallah.
the dawah work, brother.
Anything else, Sheikh?
I'm coming to your neck of the woods.
Huh?
I'm coming to your neck.
Oh yeah, you're coming UK.
Yeah.
Zubair has become a speaker this tour, mashallah.
Yeah,
Out of
mashallah.
nowhere. I got him to do a talk in one of we were doing with the kids. He did
Oh.
really well, mashallah.
But if you can speak to kids, you need to break down. That's actually one positive because obviously that in Pakistan, English is foreign language, so you try and grade the language and stuff like that, and that can be good because sometimes we speak in too complex ways, especially myself. I feel like if you can communicate the message to a child, you can communicate the message to anyone.
Alhamdulillah. Any feminists you guys come across during this trip? No? Khair, inshallah. No.
You didn't come across any of them.
No, but I did in Benchmark. I had a talk there's a whole sisters, young girls thing, 15, 16-year-olds. And they asked about feminism and stuff like this. But they were very sort of clued on, mashallah. And they seemed like they knew about the deen as well, which was good, mashallah.
That's good.
Alhamdulillah. Any engagements with any sort of specific individuals outside the talks? Nothing?
No, it's not that kind of place. Well, alhamdulillah, it's a place where we just need to make sure that the strategic objective was to make sure that if you like, the higher echelons of society here were affected by the dawah.
Yes.
Because they are going to influence Pakistan.
Yes.
And Pakistan is the most important, if you like, militarily important Muslim country in the world. So we need to make sure that, the dawah reaches Pakistan.
Inshallah.
Affect curricula at some of these universities.
We will, inshallah, because we made some good links with some of the institutions.
No,
Some,
that's important, man, because then
so-
that's when you see like results in 1 or 2 generations.
alhamdulillah,
That the education system itself is kind of producing people that have the right worldview.
mashallah. Any last, any brothers and sisters, guys, that the middle elite class, the guys that have the money and the finances and the power.
No, I think message is clear. It's, we were talking about the Gora complex and stuff like that, and how it's important for us to. And another thing that we did mention, Adnan Rashid had this whole thing about Tipu Sultan. I love that part where he was educating us about that. And going back to the message, I think now we need to make, first of all, research with Tipu Sultan. But secondly, we need to allow them to have a Tipu Sultan complex. It's like we then need to be like, you know,
Empowered.
yeah. So that's what I would say, bro.
The Tipu Sultan
There
complex.
you go. Hashtag.
Hashtag Tipu Sultan complex. Get that rolling, inshallah. I think YC are doing phenomenal work on the ground as well, mashallah.
Yes.
But I
It's youth
think,
club.
yeah, youth club.
I like them. They're very, very, very likable people.
Yes. Taha, Zia, all of them, mashallah. So that's that. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.